Welcome back to Inside the War Room. Today, we're going to do a segment higher or lower based on players that are on new teams, their fantasy points. Woo-hoo! Are they going to have more or less than last year?
Okay. Well, how many players you got, Joe?
A few. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. I love fantasy football.
I heard you're going in alphabetical order. Is that true?
No.
Okay.
I was thinking about it based on my first one, but
drop a like if you like fantasy football.
who doesn't like fantasy football? That's what makes football
Thumbs
exciting.
up.
All right, first up,
Thumbs up.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Half PPR, finished as the number 2 receiver last year.
Okay.
What about the year before that? Number 1. Year before that, did pretty good too.
Played 16 games, 169 targets, 123 receptions, 1,553 yards, and 11 touchdowns. So, do we think he's going to have higher or lower than 282 points?
How many fantasy points did he have last year?
I'll tell you.
282 points.
What? Oh, we're going higher or lower than what he had last year.
Oh, should I not show what I'm going to do? I'm going
What are you
lower.
looking at? He has 344 fantasy points.
Are you looking at full PPR or are you looking at half?
I'm not looking at nobody's PP. I'll tell you that much.
Wow. All right. Me neither. All right. Essentially over under.
Yeah,
last
we're
year.
going fantasy points. Half PPR, over under 282.8.
Hey, if you ain't doing half PPR, where the you?
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
This is tough.
Wow, you're going higher?
The
bro.
only reason I'm saying lower is because he was the only weapon in Green Bay, and now even though he's the number one weapon in Las Vegas, they also have Darren Waller. They have other people to feed, so I think he's gonna get lower.
The only reason why I think it's going to be lower is because I feel like it could take a little bit of time. Like what he built with Aaron Rodgers was so special, and
True
Aaron
too.
Rodgers trusted him in every single situation. Where Derek Carr is going to have to build that with him.
Yeah.
How many touchdowns he had last season?
11.
Plus, what you said he played 16 games last season.
I
A
don't think
lot
he
of
should
times he's out more than that.
Yeah.
You know what this is? This season is his touchdown season. They're going to go to him to get those touchdowns, and touchdowns are 7 points.
I hope so. I got him on my dynasty
Well,
team.
you don't got him.
Yeah.
You don't got him then.
What a steal that was.
Yeah, you know what
Got
I'm
him for
saying?
AJ Green in a second-round pick.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, come on now.
Oh,
His
you remember
PPR
that.
is going to
You
be so
remember
Yeah,
high.
'cause that's one of the worst trades ever. dude.
Etched into his memory.
He did turn that pick into.
I don't care.
Into what?
Chase Claypool.
No one knows what you're talking about. Move on.
That's still not worth Devontae Adams.
No. All right, next up, we got Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Quarterback on the Broncos. Now, I'm going to use his 2020 stats because he was hurt majority last year. Don't want to use it. It was pretty poopy.
He had a good 2020 season.
2020, he did. He played all 16 games. He had 359 fantasy points.
Wow.
Threw for 4,200 yards and 40 touchdowns.
Is it weird that whenever you said 16 games, that felt weird to me already?
Yeah.
We only had one.
That's a
one
full season.
We
In
only had one
2020, that
season
was a
with
full
17.
season. Only 13 picks. So is he going to do better or worse? Higher or lower than 359 fantasy?
This one's tough, you know.
Man, I like Russell Wilson a lot.
4,200 yards, 40 touchdowns.
So is this just regular season or is it everything?
yeah, regular season.
We're talking total points. Oh man, we don't know where he finished. Like out of all quarterbacks, do we?
For
Probably
2020, I don't know. Last year he was 16, but again,
Okay.
he was
not. It
hurt.
was 16.
I know.
Wow.
I'm ready.
All right,
Oh jeez.
3,
I like Russ.
2,
This is a tough one.
1.
Lower.
Lower.
Wow, TJ.
You guys are tripping. Come on now. Russell, I believe that the Broncos are going to actually go to the Super Bowl.
I
I do too,
I
but
think he's going to have an outstanding season with them.
he should.
I trust Russell Wilson. I hate to say it. I question the receivers a little
I
bit.
don't.
Yeah.
Right
Jerry
now.
Judy,
Yeah, he hasn't done anything.
Cortland Sutton.
He was injured last
Yeah,
season.
but look who their quarterback was.
No, that's really true. That definitely is. But
Like,
there's
they were
a massive
missing-
question mark there with the wide receiver.
They were missing a quarterback for that team, and now they got it. And I
What-
think he's just going to.
What about Teddy Two Gloves?
What I'm looking at too is it's a new team pretty much. I mean, the same thing that we were just talking about with Devontae Adams and Derek Carr. Maybe it's going to take a little bit of time for them to kind of get some connections. And also, all the defenses in that division are impeccable. J.C. Jackson is now in that division, so I feel like that's going to be tough again for even the best quarterbacks in the league. So I just feel like he has a lot harder of a schedule this schedule than he did in 2020.
Yeah, they got good defenses. The Raiders have a
Yeah.
really good defense.
Yeah.
All right, do you guys think he's going to be a top 5 quarterback?
I do.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
I think I have him
do.
right around number 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think he'll be. I think he'd be an MVP candidate. honestly.
And if he's an
Ooh,
MVP,
that's aggressive.
he's going to be having more points. than
Oh, dude.
Good.
Dude. I like Russell Wilson.
I-
I'm rooting for
I
him.
do
Me
too.
And I
Me
agree.
too.
His receivers, I don't know, but again, they had bad quarterbacks.
They lost
so.
Stant, too. They lost Stant.
Yeah.
But Okay. Yeah, he was.
Van's a pretty good option.
He was awesome.
All right, next up.
We didn't have a quarterback
No
to throw
fans,
to him.
no fans
is
fantasy
true.
points.
And now he has the
Lower.
same quarterback in Seattle. Travis.
All right, next up, Tyra Kill, now on the Dolphins. He finished number 6 last year in fantasy points. He played all 17 games. Let's see, 111 receptions, 1,200 yards, and 9 touchdowns.
That was a little bit of a down year for Tyra Kill.
241 fantasy points.
Wow. Okay.
So is that going to be higher or lower? With Teddy or
Tua.
Tagovailoa.
Oh, man.
It might track.
That's almost I think of him.
1,200
It was a
yards.
down year. 2020 he had 285 fantasy points. He lowered that, and he played one less game too.
Wait, so he went from 285 in 2020 to how many points?
241. He dropped like 40 points.
Like a full game right there. Fantasy points.
For him,
He played
yeah.
one less
Yeah.
game. Dang, all right, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Higher.
I'm going higher. Okay.
Wow.
Nope.
Switching.
He's not
against
that
the
guy.
grain.
Dang, I'm with
Why?
TJ with lower.
He's
dude.
not that guy anymore.
Oh.
Jalen Waddle's
Tua,
gonna take
look,
so much.
I understand he's going to get a bunch of this quick slant routes and he can take off, but
How much do you want to kind of switch it?
his deep threat is
Just
not
go
going to
ahead.
be there anymore.
Nope.
I am telling you, Tua, not the guy. Not going to be able to hit him deep all the time.
He's not even necessarily really known for his deep threat, though.
Oh,
he's,
yes,
he's
he
pretty.
is.
No, not
He
really.
is.
I think he's more under the like an over the middle type
He's
of
the
guy.
biggest deep threat out there in the NFL.
I mean, with the speed, yeah, you could say that. But I don't know. I think
And the
he's
thing is,
better at the
Patrick
shorter
Mahomes,
routes.
With Patrick Mahomes able to escape the pocket and give freaking Hill time to just get open somewhere deep. 2 up, not going to do that.
I think he's going to be
Not
fine, to
It's
be honest.
literally going from a Lamborghini to a Honda
Yeah.
Civic.
Yeah.
I think the Dolphins are going to be fighting for that division. Truthfully, I really do next season. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be decent. I think they're going to be
Oh,
competing with the Bills.
I think they're going to be decent, but Tyreek Hill isn't their main guy. I mean, he is their number one guy, but Jalen Waddle's there. And
Well,
like,
that could that help though?
It will
That'll
help. It will.
I think they're going to give the ball to Jalen Waddle more than they'll give to Tyreek Hill.
That's aggressive.
Because I think
That's
that they're
aggressive.
the number one guy is always going to be on Tyreek Hill, right? So who's
Yeah.
going to be open? 99 speed Jalen Waddle.
The thing is, though, 99 speed Tyra Kill also gets open on those number one corners.
Yeah,
So like if they're playing the Rams, Jalen Ramsey is on Tyreek Hill
Yeah.
the whole game.
Yeah, but I
I
don't even
see
think that
Tyra
matters.
Kill being the guy like you're saying,
Yeah.
gets the ball short, makes
Yep.
people miss because he does do that. He still is the deep threat, but I think the best part of his game is getting the ball
Yeah.
short and running around like a madman.
But how long can you do that until you get hurt? You know.
Well, I don't want to.
They are going. I'm telling you right now, they're going to overuse Tyreek Hill way too much.
But they
and
don't
he's
have to
gonna
because
get
they have
hurt.
Jalen Waddle.
You said they were just going to use Jalen Waddle.
No, but they're going to do those dump off passes way too much, and it's not going to work out. And people are going to figure it out, and he's going to get shut down. I think
I
Tyreek
see
Hill
them
is
force
going-
feeding with what they traded for him, and I also believe him in the short game is going to help Tua out like quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be higher. That's why I'm
Plus, he
going
had a
higher.
down season last year,
Yeah.
so if he just has to beat that, not that it was a bad
I
season.
was going to say, it's
but-
not a bad season.
Yeah.
not a bad season, but he could do better.
Yeah, I agree.
Better.
I think
cheap.
Tua.
We're gonna
I-
take a chance, but
said,
like I
think
definitely see
Tua's
your
going to ruin
argument.
him. Tua's
Yep.
going to ruin him.
I think yeah.
I can still see him getting like 1,000 yards, but not like 1,200. I think Tua.
I think
God,
that's
don't believe in him.
900. He ends with 900.
All right, next up, Robert Woods, Tennessee Titans. Now, again, last year he was hurt, so let's go with 2020 stats. He played the whole season, 200 total fantasy points, 936 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 90 receptions. 200 fantasy points.
So I think that Tennessee is like a run first team.
So they have AJ Brown,
And Robert Woods.
Robert
Hopefully,
Woods.
unless
And
he
I would
gets-
say
And AJ
yeah.
Brown, who knows?
oh dog, if he gets traded, then it's
That's-
gonna be this
You gotta
Garrett. Like,
take
I don't
into
know. Is
account.
Robert Woods a number one guy, though?
I'm saying
They
who
wouldn't
would
have
be-
an option
Who's
then.
their third guy?
he kind of was.
I don't
He
know.
kinda
Not
was a
Julio,
little
right?
bit for a
No,
year
Julio's
or
off the
two.
team. Julio's still a free agent. They could bring him back, but I don't think they will.
No, they won't. So we're trying.
I have mine.
Dang. Tannehill has so many question marks, man. Nobody in Tennessee even
What is it
wants him
over?
there.
Nope.
200 fantasy points.
That's.
And what was his
Okay,
stats?
think about it this way, right? 200. Okay.
He had 936 yards, 90 receptions, and 6 touchdowns.
I'm trying to do like some mathematics on this a little bit. Okay, I'm ready, and I have my explanation here.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Going lower.
Lower.
So the first
I
off,
think it's lower. I'm
First
going
off,
lower.
I want, which we should have thought of for whoever else we use for the other year stats. He has the
Extra
extra
Russell Wilson.
game.
Yeah.
He
That's
has the
also
extra
true.
game.
That
So
is
if you
true.
think about it, 17 games, 200 points, you're averaging what, like 12 fantasy points a game, 13 fantasy points a game to hit 200?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound that unreasonable.
It doesn't sound unreasonable. I personally think AJ Brown's gone, and then that makes him the number one guy.
I don't think AJ.
I don't think
Brown's
AJ
gonna
Brown's
be
Again,
gonna
I don't think Robert Woods could be a number one. I think
I don't
him
think
like
so either.
Juju, who like just had a complete off year as soon as AB was gone.
Honestly, I see Robert Woods' season being one of those
They do it
seasons.
as a number one for like a year or two. And then Cooper Kupp emerged.
2020.
Kind of in 2020.
I mean, yeah, but I see Robert Woods' season being one of those seasons where he has a good game every once in a while, and then other games are just complete duds, where he has like 5 points, 6 points.
Yeah,
like
I
he
don't
has
see
2
him
catches.
Being, I don't see him being consistent
I don't
week
see
to
him-
week, getting like 15 to 20
And
points.
you're saying 12 points or 13 points, whatever it is, every week. But if he gets injured, then that's shot out the
Well,
window
that's the
right
biggest
there.
risk that we're taking on doing the over. Is we're betting on that he can stay
I
healthy.
just don't think he's going to be.
I
would
can't
they
really
expect him to be.
argue because, you know, you bring up valid points. Like I can't argue that he's not gonna maybe be lower. I just think if AJ Brown does leave, which in my opinion, I think there's a likelihood of that happening. He's the number one guy. He's gonna get over 200. That's just my hypothesis.
And again, like Julio, was he healthy last year? And
No.
even when he was
never
healthy,
healthy.
though,
No.
he couldn't do anything.
Nope.
Like,
Nope.
He blows.
Was that Julio's fault or was that Tannehill's fault?
Oh no, that's
Honestly,
Julio's fault.
I don't know.
think it was Tannehill.
If he could get the ball to AJ Brown, though, I mean, Julio should be that guy still. I
Well,
think.
Julio,
So, like,
yeah, Julio just couldn't stay healthy
Julio's
again.
not
That's
as
his
good
whole
as
thing.
AJ Brown right now.
no,
No.
exactly. That's
Uh-uh.
yeah. So
No.
I kind of think it is Julio's fault in a way. All right.
Julio's points. Julio's points
Yeah.
from last year? No, this year.
What?
What do you have, like 6 points
He has
last
to
year?
get like
Yeah,
4
last year,
catches
yeah.
and he'll be over.
No, I'm still saying.
All right, we're gonna
What team
do.
is he on?
He might not even play. I guess if he doesn't play, he can't score. anything.
Exactly.
We're gonna do one more,
Okay.
and that's Desean Watson.
Wow.
Now, this
You're
is
gonna really
assuming
throw
he
this
plays a
out here,
full.
like-
No, this is assuming he plays a full season.
I don't
Okay.
think
This is assuming he plays a full season.
I'm
In
ready.
2020,
it is.
dude had 369 fantasy points.
Okay.
All right, he had 4,800 yards, 33 touchdowns, and 7 picks.
I'm ready.
Oh man.
Is it going to be higher or lower than 369?
Assuming he
points?
plays the full
Yep,
season.
full season.
This is the easiest one yet.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Wait, so are we? So we're assuming. So if he plays
If
the
he
full
plays
season,
the full season.
Week 1 to week 18.
Yep.
Are we okay? Are we assuming he doesn't get suspended? Like, what if he gets?
Yeah, this is
No.
he plays
Well,
a
that's
full
what I was
season.
thinking.
This is he plays a full season.
All right.
All right,
Oh
3,
man.
2, 1. All right.
I'm going higher if he plays the
Higher
full
This is
season.
so easy.
I
Lower.
know.
So
You said
easy.
lower.
If he would get suspended, yeah, it is easy. But if he plays a full season, there's nothing stopping
No
him.
shot. I'm pretty sure he was like the number 1 or number 2 quarterback that year.
Yeah,
like,
he
in
was.
fantasy points.
Probably. Yeah.
And they relied on Desean Watson that year for everything: running the football, throwing the football.
I
He was a
didn't
part
say
of
that too. He
everything
did
that
have
they
90 rushing attempts, 400 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
And
on his
for
feet.
Cleveland,
Man,
they
yeah.
run the ball a lot because they have Nick Chubb,
Yeah.
and he's not going to be as much of a priority. There's no way he does what he did.
I
that
don't
year.
see
No
him
shot.
not wanting to scramble though. I still think he's going to be the same quarterback he
Dom.
was.
Guess what?
Yeah,
I'm switching mine to
yeah, you should.
That's yeah.
I think it'll be low. I don't think he's going to have 4,800 yards on the Browns.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think
but
so either. But
Even if he did, he's not getting 400
No,
rushing
that's
yards.
like that's
Right.
an insane season right there.
He's not getting
it is.
400 rushing
It
yards.
is.
That season right there. Like, that's what Cleveland's seen that made him want to get him.
With
he
just
has,
Hopkins.
He has so many weapons. Like he's gonna do great passing, rushing. They have Nick Chubb. Oh man, yeah.
He's still going to get fantasy points for.
Oh yeah, he's
Tossing
definitely still going to be a
touchdowns,
good
though.
fantasy
So-
quarterback. I
Oh,
think.
man.
And I feel like in Houston he only had Hopkins, and again right now they don't really have too many receivers. They have Robinson and
He had Fuller too, who was pretty solid for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fuller did good before
yeah.
he didn't get hurt. But
Yeah.
then you also got to think slow start for Deshaun Watson because he hasn't played in how long, and now he's going to be
Yeah,
coming in
yeah.
with all new players.
And I don't
Big
think he's
time.
going to play all season. So
No, I
I
don't
think
think
he's
so
going to be
either.
suspended. So I mean, it's definitely going to be down. But I don't know if he plays full season, why not? Sure, he's
All
going
right.
to get more.
That's higher or lower. Let us know what players that we missed that we could do next time, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.